morning. Put on an apron. Keep the shavings out of my hands. How to wipe my dirty hands on. Just like working in a kitchen. Boy, I have shavings everywhere from yesterday. Cutting that billet case. Let's take a look. I have to clean it up today. I have to take that down and make a transfer, and take this down and make a transfer. But mostly, I got to make the cylinder fit. And I have to go a little more. I'd rather go too narrow as too wide, you know. Always start a little narrow and sand until you hit the spot you like. That case, back to this case. That's what I cut. Oh, subscribers. Got some dead stickers. If you would like one, just tell me which one you like. Tell me you're a subscriber. You'd like me to send you one, and I'll send you a dead one to go on your bike. This one fits on your gas cap. This one fits on the gas cap. But these are dead stickers from yesteryear that went onto the window of cars. And you probably, if you've known me a while, you've probably seen them on my bikes. But tell me which one you like. Tell me you're a subscriber. Tell me you want one of these. And tell me which one you want. I'll try and get it mailed to you. And they're plastic and they pull right off. And they go right over your plate. Let me get a plate. Here's an idea. Like that, you know. Trim it a little. Or stick it on your car window. I don't care. Wherever it'd look cool. You know, the dead's awesome. Tell me which one you like. I can get more of them. And there's these sheets were really rare. But to my subscribers, how about a sticker? And let's get back to this. I'm just going to throw an engine on there real fast. It's got a new squish cut. I want to try. And all that. Number 14 is what I'm looking for. I like to put them out of order and in a drawer so I can dig it. It makes all the fun. You guys got any questions? Hit me up while I'm working. If not, enjoy. I'll just be turning the wrench. That's what I am, is a wrench turner. I take a wrench like this and turn it. That's what I am, a wrench turner. And I even turn the wrong wrench sometimes. It's true. 13 is the same as a half American Standard. 7/16 is the same as an 11. That's a perfect match. A 13 isn't a perfect match. 9/16 is a 14, and 14 millimeters a tiny bit smaller than the 9/16. You ever wondered? I don't have metric. You have every standard socket. Yeah, but I don't have metric. But you have every standard socket. Okay, I'll try and center it. Right there looks centered to me. I always like to tighten the top up first, like so. Any questions? Questions? None? Okay. Well then, it's late enough in the day, and that will stay secure now. So when I find the rest of the mounts, I will finish and have a bike to ride and try out the new squish cut with the new dam. I have that one set at a tight squish, not as tight as the last one I sent out, but pretty dang tight. Pretty tight smoothing. Watch Brad cleaning the garage. It's a great show. Right. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry I'm messy. Okay, what I have here, this is set up on a 1-inch or 7/8 sander. What I'm trying to accomplish is here's our spacer, and we're trying to get it to fit onto the bottom of the cylinder. We are that close though. Let me show you. Like I would say a millimeter, maybe 2. Maybe 2. Get some juice. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that, man. That's what I work for. Don't you want my money? No. What's your subscription? And your like. Give me your likes or else. Give me your thumbs up. Very nice. Thank you. And if you notice what I'm doing here is I got marks here, dude. If you're wondering how I'm doing it, there's a mark right there for me. I I toasted it. See? Toast. Toast, toast. The bigger, the slower, or the longer they last. So I will switch to the larger one. But I wanted to get some of the one side off. These are $12 at Harbor Freight, and they come in a set. Here's your 25% off coupon, and you're down under $10. These will load into a drill. They'll load into anything that has a chuck. Yes, you're right. I should be wearing my safety glasses. Mask on. You're wearing it with that shit sitting everywhere. No! Look, we're sold up. Oh God. Like my tool bag. That would have really sucked. Look at that hawk. Hot. Let that cool down. Take off my looking glasses. Right. A wasp done me yesterday. Right in the hand. I was like looking down, saw a snake, and I was like, "Ooh, crikey, a snake!" Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's do a gasket. I'm just tuning you down here on my workbench while we're waiting for that to cool. I'll stick it on here and see if we made it fit yet. Oh, look how close that shit is. Ooh, it's still hot, 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 hot. But yes, that's very, very close. Check key back on the magnet. Put it away. I want to use the one with the lip. Here's our lip. I want to coat that with ink and then put it onto the paper. And then for the other one, for the screw holes, I want to line the paper up, spin it around, shoot it down the holes, or the ones that go all the way through anyway. That one don't go through, but the ones that do go through would be these right here. These are the holes that go through. Then I want to shoot ink down those holes. And clear me off a spot. And let's make a gasket. You could make base gaskets this way. You could make head gaskets this way. Here's your part number. This is from Napa. Napa's everywhere in the country. It's made in the USA. Just your basic 16th inch base gasket material, or I mean gasket material. Most engines have this in between somewhere. Don't quote me on engines. I don't know car engines, please. I only work on them when I have to. I don't like to. Let's start with a rough drawing. We want it all the way onto the paper and as much room as we need. So I'll say that much. Looks like I have enough to do two on one paper. Put it in the middle. So I got plenty of room. I'm just drawing it out. Let me pull up my workbench and ask anybody if they got questions while they watch me draw. Pretty boring shit. Any questions though? I'd be happy to answer. I'm just drawing this out. Okay, I will make you a base gasket if anybody wants one. I think this material is far superior than the base gasket material China's giving you. But $2.99 a sheet. $2.99. Yes, $2.99. $2.99. There you go. Misput. Whoops. Oh, dang it. What did I miss? This backside right here. Up to the reed case. And the reed case. I didn't do the reed case. Okay. Go. And voila. There's your rough cut of your. Just get my stop dogs. These are called stop dogs. You ever wondered what a stop dog is? That's a stop dog. I'm sitting on my little table. It's got a measurement on it. I just got it the other day. Okay. There's our rough drawing. Now, I want to get an ink pad and ink right here and clean this up. Thank you. Thank you very much, Pepper. And thank you very much, James, for saying good morning to me. I mean, pleasantry's so nice some days. Just a simple good morning. Thank you very much. Yeah, but this is my base gasket material right here, or my case gasket material right here. I believe it's going to be superior to China Dolls. $2.99 a sheet makes it a ton cheaper than any place to buy a base gasket or a head gasket. from China or from eBay or from Gasbike or from BikeBerry. Everybody asks me, where should I get parts? Napa. Well, where else should I get parts, Brad? Advanced Auto. Really? Am I answering smart alecky? I'm trying not to. I'm telling you guys, your auto supply houses are where it's at, man. American auto supply houses are huge, and you just have to ask the guy. You got to go up to the counter and say, hey, look at this part, man. I got a part. This is how I found this part. You go up to the counter with your parts, and you talk to the counter person. And if the counter person's brand new and don't know anything, come back later or pick a different store. I guarantee you somebody in your town is a parts expert and can find you every part that goes on your motorized bike in a auto parts store supply house. There's auto parts supplies that have over 1 million parts in them. The largest ones, here in Colorado, the biggest one is Advanced Auto, and their main supply house is down in Commerce City, and it's pretty big. I mean, when I need a part, they're always like, we can get it to the store and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I can drive to Commerce City faster than you can get it to the store. But yeah, your auto supply houses are going to be great. Your hardware stores are going to be great. These screws are far superior than anything in China. Some of you are saying, hey, the package says made in China. If you read the package, it'll tell you it could be made in China, it could be made in Taiwan, or it could be made in Mexico, or it could be made in anywhere but America. We stopped making nuts and bolts. But we moved our plants with our people to other parts of the country or other parts of the world, say Mexico. And those are some pretty good parts, nuts and bolts coming out of there right now because our plants were shut down. We do not make any nuts and bolts in America anymore. Not a single one. You're making your own gasket. All right. How's it coming? Which gasket are you making? Are you making it out of copper? Or are you making out of, what are you making your gasket out of? This is really thick, 16-inch gauge or 16-inch copper. Very thick, very hard to work with. What are you making your gasket out of, Pepper? It's similar to the material I'm using. All right, with the white face on one side and the gray on the other. Is that the one? If it's like that, it's probably made in America. If it has this white backing with the gray on this side, it's probably made in America. This is one of the few things we still make. Nope, it's all gray. Okay, yeah, I know what material. I've used that material. This stuff's at Napa, and it's good stuff. It really is. I can use scissors. I can use an X-Acto blade. I can use a ruler. I can use anything to cut this with. But I'm just thinking, well, what'd you cut yours with? And was it a base gasket? Was it a case gasket? Which gasket did you do? Better be wide enough. I'd be mad if it wasn't. I'd cry. Cry like a little baby. Nope, all great. Are you making a case gasket? Or are you making a head gasket? A combination of head base gasket? or di Riposa. I have one around here. I was going to show a base gasket from a China doll. I just pulled one the other day too. It's right in front of my face somewhere. But yeah, which gasket are you making? I'll make this gasket too out of the case. Let me try that. I'm going to try that with that. But yeah, I got to go find my stamp stuff. It's in my arts and crafts supply. Look up at the comments. Oh, read. You guys didn't tell me you're going to make me read. Okay, I'll read. The exhaust gasket. No, don't make your exhaust gasket out of paper, bud. Don't do that. Let me show you what you want to make your gasket out of. I'll cut a little piece. Here's what you want to make your all your exhaust gaskets out of. And this is the back side. You also get this at Napa. But let's make an exhaust gasket. What the hell? I'll show you how I make them. First, I stamp that, or draw it, or however you want to paste it on there. And then I'll cut it out. The best way is to have a exhaust gasket, but I do not. So I'll stamp it like that. And then I will stamp it onto the back of here. And then how I cut these is I use a chisel. I sharpen the chisel up as sharp as I can get it, Pepper. And then I follow the lines to cut the square. Put it right on the lines, put it on a hard surface like a piece of wood. And my secret, what is it, guys? What is it? Tappa, tappa, tappa. Yes, that's my secret. But and how I cut the holes is I use a punch. Like this. Here's my punch right here. There's the punch I use. 1/4-inch hole. Pop. Bang. Done. Makes a little hole that size right there. Here's one for a China doll. I can tell it one time, you know. But this seals better than any material I found. Your numbers for it is American-made Felpro 3009 Ramic. Yeah, Felramic. It's called Felramic 3009, and it's sold at Napa Auto Parts. And one side's the paper stick gasket. This gasket normally sticks permanently. See how it indents into there? Normally. And it looks like I did this was before I knew how to use this. This is when I'd try and drill that shit. Oh, that was hard. Never try and drill this stuff. It sucks to drill. It will cut you up. It will spin. You got to have a punch. And you got to have a file to use it. You can't use it. This is so hard to cut with a drill. It's hard to cut with your Dremel. It's hard to cut anyway. The only way, and somebody showed me this trick and I was amazed, it's a chisel. And the more different size chisels and the sharper your chisels, the better your hole will be. They have chisels that are round. They have chisels that are moon shape, crescent shape, all those shapes, any shape that a exhaust comes. But look at this. Look how close it comes already. That's one hit this way. This is one hit this way. On the sides, I'm a chisel about half that size. But yeah, chisels are your friends when you're making gaskets. They're excellent for making gaskets. 3009 Felramic is your gasket material for your exhaust. Well, what about a Highlander full Toyota, Brad? It's so good. Try this with your exhaust. If you cannot do this with your exhaust material, it's pointless. If it does not flex or bend less than aluminum, your exhaust gasket must be softer than aluminum. If you ever wondered why they send you a lead piece with paper, it's because it has to be softer than the aluminum. If you had a steel cylinder, you could use brass, you could use copper, you could use anything. Copper kind of sucks for the exhaust, to tell you the truth. I've tried many copper gaskets on the exhaust. This is what I use. Felpro 3009 or Felramic 3009, made in America. With a punch. You have to have this punch. The punch is like 20 bucks, 30 bucks. But bam. But when I make a gasket for the exhaust, I'll stamp it onto there, right? Stamp, and then pop, and then pop. And then if I got a nice straight line on one of these little dots, I'll take it on the dots, and I'll go smaller. I won't go larger on the dots. And that's how you get your straight lines. That's what the dots are for. If you ever wondered what the dots are for on this when you get a gasket, the dots are to cut with a chisel over the straight lines. And that's how you get a straight line. The dots are for cutting and also compressing onto the cylinder. You sandwiched it more than once. Yes, I played that game too, stacking gaskets. I played the stacking gasket game a lot. Dropped my wallet. Good job. But yeah, that's what I suggest for the gasket. I'm almost there. Now I'll look at this, and I will mark with a pin where it has to be widened. If I can find one. Here's one. Okay, so I look down at this, right? They're fitting pretty good on the top. Let's check the bottom. I like the way the bottom fits. It lines up to the holes better. What I'm trying to do is line up the holes better by marking where I want to take this down. And if I take it down that way, oh, here, there. I want to take it here. I want to push the plate that way to line the holes up better. See? And here. So I marked the two spots that I need to reduce to make my holes line up with these holes. So I marked the two spots on my spacer that I have to remove. And I started with taking these down, but these are horrible when you do sharp corners. I will probably use a router bit or a CNC bit to cut that down, but I don't know. But yes, I'll work on that, guys. And that's kind of boring for me to show everybody how to sand. I'm sure everybody knows how to sand rather well. And it's not hard. It's pretty much straightforward. There's no great sanders. Oh boy, you're such a good sander. I can't believe. You're never going to hear that. You're never going to hear that. Some people say I'm pretty good at letting it glide on top of the belt sander, but that's just the more you do it. 22, that's 21. 18, blah, blah, blah.
I can get by. What do you think, Sam?
Here's all the parts that go back into the billet case, except for I won't put that crappy pin in there. I'll put a FS 260, I believe it is, which is the exact same as a jog, and they buy them from Farmer Tech for $1 and then mark them up $8 on eBay. They're $7 on eBay. Isn't that great? That's so great. So if you guys are looking for the jog 14.87, it's actually a 372 XP bearing. If you're looking for the one that, oh, I heard the jog works, because I put a jog in once, but I didn't get my rod perfectly round, and it lasted about 2 months, or roughly 100 miles, 200 miles maybe, probably 100, probably a couple gas tanks, 100, 150 miles. Bore you guys with the spacer making. I'll come back when I have the spacer fit right, and I'll come back when I have this widened out enough to accept the cylinder, and I'll be back to show you how I do the squishy. And yeah, Pepper, try the Felpro 3009 at Napa. A sheet of it cost you about $10, and it's a lifetime supply. It's enough to do 100 gaskets, exhaust gaskets, probably at least 50. The sheets are 2 feet by 16 inches, it looks like, something like that. They're pretty huge, dude. A sheet lasts, I bought my sheet quite a while ago. Here's the little guy. Get in there for the little stuff. But thanks for watching, and thanks for that 1 thumbs up. If you want a sticker, please tell me which one you want. Tell me you subscribed and you'd like a sticker, and send me a comment saying you'd like a sticker from me, and I will send it to you to put on your bike. You know, whichever one you like. Oh, it goes this way. There's a Grateful Dead. Here is a frog. There's the original rose. You've seen the original rose. Original skull. Original Mother Earth. The turtle. The exoskeleton dinosaur dog catching the frisbee. The dragonfly. The turtle, which is the yin yang sign. And that's it, I think. Right? Right. But yeah, if you're a subscriber, tell me you'd like a sticker. I'll send you one. No problem. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great building experience, and share the hobby with as many people as you can. And thanks for watching.